Hey everyone. Today's got me thinking about intentions and the many ways through which we lose ourselves and deceive ourselves and self-sabotage when it comes to following through on our intentions. Sometimes our attachments get in the way and deceive us in what we call progress for the sake of progress. Throughout the past few weeks, there are many things that I've learned and relearned and relearned and relearned and relearned, but that's like totally just how this works. It's cycles within cycles within cycles. We're working with time. And when you think of 4D, when you think of the Tesseract, it's, past, present, future, cycling all at once. So we're being affected by all of time, all the time within this space. But this is all about evolution, adapting, like 5D shit. You know what I mean? At least that's how I view 5D. It's all about adapting, all about expressing, all about experiencing and expanding ourselves through that experience. And it was so funny because I was thinking back today and I was like, in terms of my intentions within this community, I was like, who am I to take this initiative and center myself? I don't want to center myself in any of these community spaces because I want to genuinely create new solutions, better standards, better practices that allow us all to expand and grow despite our differences. And judgment is such a human thing, which is fine. Judgment is a necessary evil at times in order for us to learn and to grow and evolve and to move through fear and to recognize that fear, when we ride that wave, is truly living. It's excitement, it's what nudges us in the right direction. It's like, that's why the fool is pictured on the edge of a cliff. One of the most dangerous places to be, but we always talk about taking this leap of faith. What are we leaping from? The fucking sidewalk and into the street, y'all? And not even a busy street at that, right? So the thing is, if you don't find the signs, they find you. And I took some time, I sat with my intentions and I was like, I want to create a community. I want to create a container for rebuilding community that is autonomous, that is a space where everyone can truly contribute. And so in my link, there is the Revision community. And it is on the Mighty Networks platform. It is a space where we will host panel discussions, special presentations. Everyone can write articles and thought pieces and share what they have to about their work and about what they'd like to see within the spiritual wellness communities as well as in the greater collective. That way we can see how much we all truly overlap when it comes to what we are moving toward, when it comes to actually creating the framework for this new paradigm. It's like that's leading us toward identifying the substance of what it is that will fill that space. And so this is a space where we can express and experiment to determine and define and refine what that experience will be like, what that experience is. And to allow ourselves to tap into our divine presence as a collective. And I am so excited. So the link is in my bio. There is, for all of you who filled out the survey, you'll be receiving further details on it straight to your inbox through one of my newsletter, through a newsletter. And you decide from there. There's a small fee, and I'm completely transparent about it because it costs money to have this platform. I didn't want to host it on Facebook because Facebook is trash. I'm just going to put it out there. And I was just really feeling through it. And I was like, you know what? If we want to create new things, we have to do it in new spaces even, because just the consciousness of a place like Facebook alone doesn't match the type of expansion and elevation we're talking about here. So there's a small fee in order to sustain that framework, that space within that new type of platform, which I'm really excited about. And also to take care of the Zoom costs, because that's what I use in order to create these panel discussions, to have online mixers, like all of that. So I really hope that you'll join me on there. And I'll be rotating who acts as hosts, who acts as moderators on a volunteer basis. So I'll ask monthly, who's willing and committed to show up for this. Because I really feel very strongly that it's something that we can all do together and figure out new ways to navigate this new space that we're entering, to navigate that path toward a more expansive, like unified, integrated, collective on all fronts throughout all ways of life, throughout all ways of being. So that's it. And that all stemmed from me just going back to the root source of what I intended to cultivate here. Your intentions are the source point. And when we don't expand from that source point, we end up forgetting where the fuck we are. And we wake up one day angry and resentful and tired and just wondering what the fuck happened. And then it's like, oh, I forgot to check in with myself. I ignored the signs. We manipulate ourselves because we get so one-sided. We seek to manifest things, manifest visions that were born from an older version of ourselves instead of who we currently are. So always checking back in, because we're always learning, we're always adapting, we're always growing, we're always expanding or contracting. But we're in flux. And so we must be flexible, y'all. I hope that you'll join me. I'm super excited about this. And I'm ready to work alongside you all in order to really change, really shift toward a new paradigm, toward a more expansive time space. I believe in us. So there's that. It's time to get free. And as soon as you free yourself, you'll realize all the ways in which you held yourself back, and people will reflect back to you all of that information. And I tell you, there's just something, life just hits different when you get free, y'all. And it doesn't take a whole lot. But intention setting is important. And it's not just there at the beginning, it exists throughout. It is the foundation of what we create. So make space for it and allow it to flow from that point. And that's all I got for y'all today. Enjoy your Saturday. I will enjoy mine. And just thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me. Yeah. So there's that. And I feel good. I feel good about this. I feel good about this, y'all. It's time to do things differently. It's time to do things differently. No matter what that means in the long run, because it's worth it. It's always a jolt to the system, but I assure you, it's worth it. Okay, well, thank you all so much. And as always, if you like anything that I'm doing, offering, sharing, please donate. There have been several of you whom I've all thanked individually for your contribution in really like showing support for this, because it's not easy getting free. But it's simple. As one of my friends says, we keep working on the phrase, but it's like, it's going back to some type of simplicity. It's going back into our nature. It's about living systems and really deprogramming ourselves, deconditioning ourselves, and getting back to nature. And this is what that is. It's not necessarily going out into the woods and wearing a loincloth or something, or a leaf. Like, it doesn't it's not about being like primitive. It's about returning to nature. Who are we naturally? Who are we? And I guarantee you, if you ever have a question and you go sit outside in nature, I guarantee you can look at anything that's going on in that space, and there you'll find your answer. But it just takes you getting out of your way. It's all about perception. So make sure that you're seeing things clearly, because it's more than meets the eye. Bye for now, y'all. Thank you.